Errol Spence completely overwhelmed Mikey Garcia. It was too much for him. He was completely outworked, outboxed in the whole fight. Mikey Garcia just didn't have enough to compete with Errol Spence. Mikey Garcia was very brave. He stayed in there for the whole fight and took a pounding because Errol Spence would not stop. Errol Spence was relentless. It was a great performance from Errol Spence, and he showed more boxing ability than we believed he had. We knew he could knock people out, but we didn't know that he could do a 12-round decision against a great fighter like Mikey Garcia. He has shown us shades of things we didn't know that he had. He spent a lot of the time blocking punches instead of throwing them, and Spence was just too much. He was pushing him back, and the power was too much, I think. Mikey Garcia didn't know what he was in there with until it started. Mikey Garcia really struggled in there. I think, to be honest, he knew after the first couple of rounds it was going to be too much, and Errol Spence was just going to be too overwhelming for him to stay in the fight. I mean, he done well to stay in there, to be honest. He could have threw the towel in at any point, because as I said, he spent a lot of time catching shots instead of throwing them. He couldn't throw any shots. Errol Spence was just too fast and too strong for him, so he just kind of had to take a lot of punishment. He was hoping, I think, towards the back end of the fight that Errol Spence maybe would tire and he could probably pick him apart a little, but it just didn't happen. Errol Spence was great. His cardiovascular engine was brilliant in this fight, and he paced himself perfectly well, and Mikey Garcia did not get his opportunity. It was just too much. I think, to be honest, Mikey Garcia is not a welterweight. It was too much of a jump. Maybe the weight below, super lightweight, but at this weight, especially against a fighter like Errol Spence isn't even really a welterweight, I don't think. He's a light middleweight, getting down to welterweight. He's a big guy, and too big for a lightweight like Mikey Garcia. And obviously, his punches were hard, he was fast, and he was relentless, always first to the punch. It's the same as Josh Warrington. It's not just about skill, it's about heart and tenacity, and that's exactly what Errol Spence showed in there. At one point, as Mikey Garcia was stepping away, he went full circle, just following him around the ring, landing blows. That shows the tenacity and intent of Errol Spence in this fight. He was going to go and beat him up, and that's exactly what he done. He could have stopped him, but Mikey Garcia had great heart. That's one thing you cannot buy. So props to Mikey Garcia for staying in there, but a great performance from Errol Spence. Guys, what are your thoughts on this fight? Did you enjoy it? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys.